Hello there, runDisneyers. It's Manny, and I'm super excited. Within the next couple of days, I will be at Disneyland, and although for the first couple of days, I'm just going to be a fan, just like everybody else, going to be going into the parks, checking everything out. I will record a little bit. Sunday is the day when I record a lot. I'm going to go over what I'm going to do later on in this video. I got a little bit of news to cover, but before we do, guys, please keep being who you are. Subscriptions are going up. Thank you for you guys for all that you do. I love it. You guys tag me on a lot of stuff on social media. I appreciate it. I answer every question that I can. So if for some reason or other you don't see an answer to a question, please ask it again. It just might be that I just didn't see it, or I'm busy, and so it might take me a day or two. But if it's been a couple of days and I haven't answered, please keep asking, and so I'll answer them. But guys, keep sharing the information, guys. One of the reasons I started this channel was because there's so much misinformation out there, and I've been reading the last couple of days, and guys, this channel needs to be shared so that way people can understand what's going on. I always tell people this: I'm never going to make a decision for you. I'm just going to give you the information as best as I can so that you guys make an informed decision on what you guys do. But enough of that. Let's get to the news. So the first bit of news is that the summer virtual runs are still open. And I started interacting with a couple people as far as running on property. And I thought this was a good idea. They're $43 each of one of the medals. And each one of the medals is, each one of the individual 5Ks is already sold out. But the challenge is still open. That's $160, so it's $40 per medal. Guys, if you have a family, you guys want to do a 5K together, you want to do something, maybe take a day off when you're visiting Disney during the summer, you know, run a 5K at the very end. You know, each one gets their own medal. The only problem you're going to have is that you have 4 different medals. But guys, there's so many things that you can do. We were talking about just creative things that you can do. I love it when I see a lot of the creative things. But guys, that's the first part of the news is, again, just basically that the Summer Virtual Challenge is still open. Second part of the news is that in 1 week, so on May 31st, the resort reservations are going to open up for next year, for 2024. With that said, guys, you guys can start making your reservations if you haven't already for the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. Guys, registration for the Princess is coming up June 20th. And so you can make your reservation because you can always cancel it. And of course, Springtime Surprise. And of course, any other vacation you want to. But starting May 31st, so next week, guys, you're going to be able to log on and make your reservations, put your down payment on. Make sure that you check to make sure, and most of them are, if not all of them are, they're refundable. So just make sure how many days before you get your full refund and go from there. The next bit of news is real quick. I just alluded to it, is Princess registration is coming up June 20th. It's going to be coming up very quickly, guys. So I expect the theming to be coming out any day now. As of now, right now, there is no theming, but I could drop this video and tomorrow it comes out. It usually works that way. Whenever I'm out of town, whenever I'm not accessible to the camera and stuff, that happens. So guys, be on the lookout. I expect it within the next couple of weeks or so. But I think within the next couple of weeks is when we're going to see the theming. And if you guys want to play that game on, you know, what is it going to be, I have a video. So just look at the video playlist, and I have a video on what I think the theming is going to be. And a lot of you guys have played the game, so and I love that interaction. So guys, the last bit of news is that Club runDisney went on sale yesterday. And so as of right now, the only one available is silver. That's a $279 one. That's a basic one. So the other two sold out. Now, one of the things that I noticed, and again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, when I logged on, platinum was already sold out. It never popped up. If it did, I never saw it. But one of the things that I heard, this was after the fact, so I didn't get this information until after, is that a lot of the people, because remember, the current club members can register, again, they can register early for the following year for their membership early, and they can upgrade. Some of the members had reached out to me and told me that, hey, we try to upgrade. This was, again, just yesterday. They reached out to me and said, we try to upgrade to platinum, and it was already sold out, which made sense that, again, I don't think that they were going to sell any new ones because there wasn't any available. So the only thing that was available was gold. Gold sold out in about 12 to 13 minutes from what I saw. So some people are saying, oh, it was 15 minutes or so. Yeah, it was roughly about 15 minutes, but gold sold out pretty quickly. Now what I'm gonna do next is a suggestion. So this is not news, this is not factual, anything, it's just a suggestion. Because silver is still open, and I have a suggestion for selling out the silver is when Club Run Disney first started, and they never actually used this incarnation, but they only had one registration weekend, or one early registration, and it wasn't per weekend, it was per series. So you could only register one, and at the time there was the 4 Disney World runs, and guys, you could only register early for one of them. They quickly changed it. The pandemic happened, so they never got into it, and they quickly changed it to where you can register for one run every single weekend, so every other 4 ones. And if you got the platinum one, there was 2 registrations. So now let me go back. So if silver had something attached to where it was only 1 registration per weekend, I think it would sell out. I think it would sell out. I personally would look into it because there might be some weekends where I say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this headache. And again, if you register for one challenge, such as the Adobe or the Springtime Surprise Challenge, then you register for the whole weekend. But guys, I know Run Disney watches this channel. So guys, if you're taking suggestions, which I know that you guys do, is maybe you can up the price by about $40 or $50 and add one guaranteed registration, early registration per series. So for all 5 of them, you just offer one of them, and I think it would sell out. And now, on the opposite side, guys, those of you who say, yeah, I'm not going to do it and everything, but I'm just going to go through regular registration. Guys, think about it. Some of those slots, let's say there's 100 slots that they sell for silver. That means 100 slots spread out are going to be gone. So races might sell out a little bit faster, if that makes sense. So take into consideration if they do something like this, which again, I'm not guaranteeing you that they're going to do, it's a suggestion that I had, but if they do something like this to up the sales, there's going to be less registration. So again, I think the most popular ones are going to be the Walt Disney World Marathon, Disneyland, and Princess. So expect fewer slots those days that you're trying to register. But let's move on to today's topic. So today's topic, if it's not obvious, is I'm going to be talking about Disneyland and what I'm going to do when I record over there. So I want to give you guys a basic idea, and I'm doing it for basically one reason. One reason is so that way I've been reaching out to people. I've been posting stuff on social media. People have been responding, and thank you very much for responding, saying, hey, I want to see this. And I go, wow, I didn't even think about that. There's stuff that I take for granted because I've done it so many times. So I'm going to go over what I'm going to record. If there's something I miss, please comment down below. Put whatever you want me to record. I'm going to try to accommodate everything, and let's get to it. So first off, one that I didn't think about it but was called to my attention, thank you for doing so, is transportation from the airport to the resort area. So most people are going to be staying on the resort area. So again, there's only 3 resorts on site, and then there's a bunch of hotels that surround them. Most of them are within walking distance, so that's going to be something that you can do. So now, I usually take a lift. Now, my only things that, the only point of reference I have is last July, I went to D23, and we took I take a lift, and the lift is not that expensive. I had looked into like Go Shuttle, and it was very expensive. I also looked into renting a car, and that was very expensive, and a lot of the hotels charge you for parking every night, even though you're not going to be driving because you're right there. So guys, I'm talking about John Wayne Airport. It's right there in Anaheim, Santa Ana. It's very close by. So that's where I land. Southwest Airlines has flights there. Now you can also fly into LAX. LAX is a little bit further out, and it could be 45 minutes, an hour plus to get to your location. So a lot of times, what I would look at is the prices. If the prices are very low at LAX, you might justify taking a Lyft or an Uber or a shuttle over there because it might justify the price instead of doing the higher price at John Wayne. The only thing is that it's usually a 15-20 minute drive versus a 45 to an hour and a half drive going from LAX. And so again, if you want to get there in time, there's a lot of things that you want to take into consideration. Again, I like John Wayne. It's a small airport. You go there, you land, you pick up your bag, you go outside, the shuttle, the lift is right there, you pick it up. Everything is very, very quick. So guys, the next thing I'm going to record, the second thing I'm going to record is just basically walking towards where the expo area is going to be. The expo area is usually at the Disneyland Hotel. So guys, I am going to walk over there. I'm going to see if there's any other, I'm going to have some time, so I'm going to see if there's any other spots that possibly they can have the expo. Just in case, I'm going to say that they're probably going to have it at Disneyland. Every single run I've had, and I was there since 2008 till when they finished, so it was about 10 years, every single one was at the Disneyland Hotel. It's nice, it has a capacity, it has the ability to hold the capacity of the people that are going there, and there's a lot of space to have people line up outside, so there's a lot going for that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, I'm going to stay around where the hotels are, and I'm going to walk to where they usually have the start. Now again, I've done them for 10 years over there, and I would do at least one a year, sometimes 2 a year over there, and they always had the start in the same place. And again, a lot of you people have written, and thank you very much for this observation, is saying, well, there's been a lot of construction, what do they change stuff? Well, it's a side street. It's basically in the middle of Disney, and they own that street, the street is on their property, and it can hold 10,000 runners. Now, you got to think about it logically when you say, hey, they can start here, they can start there. They have to hold at least 10,000 runners, because again, there's going to be crowd, there's going to be volunteers, there's going to be cast members, there's going to be a lot of different people. So I would say even closer to 12,000 people that they can hold, and it wouldn't go into the streets. Now, they can close off streets, and they're going to close off some for the half marathon. But guys, on the most part, they need to keep it within Disney. And so that's why I'm gonna assume that the start is gonna be where it usually is, and I'm gonna record that. Now the finish is in a parking lot, and so it's usually the same finish also. And I shouldn't say usually, it's always been the same finish. So I'm gonna record there, but I'm gonna again look around to see if there's other areas. But again, there has to be an area spread off enough to where we can run in. Just like in Disney World, you can get your medal, you can get your banana, you can get your snack, you can get your water, and then you're gonna have to walk on. Remember, they just don't let you stay there. They don't let you hang around. You're gonna have to walk onto like the staging area where the DJ is. There's gonna be characters, and then I always remember, because I would leave that little area, and I would always see the Earl of Sandwich, and we would always walk over there, because that's when I would take my nephew. I have friends there too. We would walk over and have breakfast at the Earl of Sandwich. Guys, if you want to meet me for the breakfast at the Earl of Sandwich, please do. But we go over there and we have our breakfast there. So guys, I'm also going to record walking down some of the major streets and passing by some of the hotels. The guys who have been putting hotels have been messaging me or putting them on social media. I have a list, so I'm going to try to record as many as I can. I'm going to try to accommodate you guys. If I cannot accommodate you guys because they're a little bit out of my way, I'm going to try to learn where they are, and I'm going to have the camera, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to say, your hotel is about a mile that way or half a mile that way. I'm just not going to walk down there, but you can see it's down that way. And so that way, and then I'll turn it and say, and this is where we're going to walk to go to the start, go to the expo, so forth and so on. So that way, guys, you can more or less tell where your hotel is in reference to where you're going to have to get. So guys, some of you asked about the shuttles early in the morning. There is shuttles that take you from hotels there. If you're parked or you're in a resort or a hotel a mile away, there is shuttles that'll go and they'll drop you off. There is a charge. I'm going to try to find out where the charge is. But one other thing you guys are going to have to take into consideration is they usually don't run until about 6 or 7. And again, I'm not sure how it's going to be. There are going to be signs up there if they're going to run a little bit later because of the runs. So I'm going to try to see where those shuttles are so you guys can prepare. But I would also prepare that you're going to have to walk to the start. That's going to be something that you're going to have to do. You might be able to take a lift, and again, it might be able to take you a little bit closer, but again, it's not going to be able to go in there. They're going to close off a lot of those streets, so you're going to be able to take some of those shuttles. Another thing that I'm going to try to look at is parking. If you are driving yourself, I'm going to try to see where the parking structures are, so that way you are prepared. Again, that we can speculate over and over and over, but until a couple weeks before, that's when they're going to say what it is, but at least if you see it on video, you could say, oh, Manny talked about that one. That one is here, and the hotel's over here. So, or the start line is over here, the expo is over here, so forth and so on. And you're gonna be able to watch the video again and go like, oh, okay, now I know where it is. So at least you have a good point of reference. Now, guys, with all that said, I plan on going live. Yes, I've teased this, and I'm gonna say it for sure. I'm planning on going live if nothing happens on Sunday. This coming Sunday, I will go live, and it's the 28th, I believe, and I plan on going live at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So 3 p.m. Pacific time. That is 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's 5 p.m. Central time. 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Now here goes the kicker. If you want to see the live recording, if you want to interact, because I will be interacting, I will be walking around with my camera, and I will be interacting. I will be able to answer questions if you guys have them. If I'm in the area, I'll show you where everything is so you guys have point of reference. But here goes the deal. I'm going to be doing it on Facebook Live, and it's going to be on the Run in Ears page, and I'm going to be putting on different social medias, and of course my personal page. I'm going to put a link to it so that way you can ask to join. If you ask to join, I'm going to automatically let you in, guys. So when we're live, I plan on going live for about 1 hour roughly. So for about 3 to 4. So again, on Eastern time, it's 6 to 7. So guys, if you want to ask questions, you want to watch this video, plan accordingly so you can be there. Be nice to everybody. So what I'm going to do is first come, first serve. So if somebody asks a question, I'm going to look at that. If people keep asking questions, just be patient with me. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Try to go live. Anybody who knows me, I will try to answer everybody's question as best as I can. But guys, I'm excited. I haven't gone live in a long time. And during the pandemic, I had a lot of fun doing it. But guys, this is one thing. I enjoy doing this. So when you guys say thank you for doing this, this is fun. This is what makes me happy. I love doing this. I love sharing information with you guys. So that's it. So guys, if you have any suggestions, anything that I missed, any questions, anything about hotels. So you're going to be staying at a hotel and you haven't gotten in contact with me, because again, I have a list of at least 5 or 6 already. And you know, just ask down below. Say, hey, can you check out on this hotel? And I'm going to try to accommodate you as best as possible. But please, guys, comment down below anything that you have, any suggestions you have. And guys, with that said, create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, see you sooner than later.